these days, Maradona, what John McEnroe isn't doing is he's not going to Maradona to say, how do you get into the media that keeps talking about you? Maradona, he won't stop moving around.
It won't stop. He's been given an honorary, it's no longer news, honorary citizenship of Naples.
Wow.
But again, he's throwing a jibe at the current players. He's talking, it's a legend in Naples.
Yeah.
He's won a lot. And he's talking to some of the current players like Insigne and said, look, when you are able to score more goals than I did for Napoli, then you will earn my respect. And he's telling the current players, look, you have to bring Napoli back into record, bring them back into reckoning. You have to win the Scudetto. And, he took off his shirt. He was on a motorcade waving to the fans.
That's president things, right?
Yeah. Spent 7 good years of his life with Napoli and won a lot. And I guess it's only fitting that they did this for him.
Absolutely. I agree with you because, I mean, he's one of the living legends of football. Apart from Pele, I don't think there's any better player than him on planet Earth.
FIFA couldn't even pick between him
and Pele. In fact, the world couldn't pick. There was acrimony at a point. It became almost racial. It was becoming racial. But I think that for me personally, I think Pele was a far greater player. Pele may not have the dribbling skills. He has his own in any case, but I mean,
in his own
goal scoring. Oh, give it to Pele. Pele was excellent. The little I watched about him, because we were growing up when we were hearing Pele. Anybody who knows how to play good football then is Pele. Maradona, I watched him all his playing career, and I can say fantastic player. Despite the tainting of his career with drugs, he came out very, very distinct. He was a superstar of his own.
Even his relationship with Napoli ended because of the drugs.
Absolutely, absolutely. And now he's gone through rehab. He's a better person now, and even managed. I recall when we played against them at the South Africa 2010 World Cup. He was the manager of the Argentine national squad, and after post-match press conference, he kept asking, "Who's that boy? Nyama? Nyama? Too good. Can he come from Nigeria? Nyama?" Because Nyama saved and saved and saved. Like, Maradona was petrified. I mean, why is he saving so many? Messi didn't score that day. He was angry. He had to go and hug Nyama at the end of the game. I mean, that is the type of character that Maradona is, a legend of football of all time.
He takes it everywhere, very charismatic, and then has this aura that you cannot ignore him. In fact, if you are ignoring him, he will do something that will make you get his attention. Diego Armando Maradona, legend of football, anytime, any day. Let's get on with the show now. This Romelu Lukaku deal, Ben, is this what Manchester United really needs?
Well, with his experience in the English Premier League, don't forget that Romelu Lukaku was originally bought by Chelsea. He came from Belgium to come and play for Chelsea. Chelsea had too many strikers then under Mourinho, and then he was loaned out. And then he became a permanent player with Everton. And he has done so well. Any player who scores over 20 goals every season in the very tough English Premier League, I think he deserves kudos. People have been talking about Morata being better. Morata is a soft player, for all I think. But he's also a very good goal scorer. He's been warming the bench. This guy has played all season. So you can't compare him to Morata.
And he's proven in the English Premier League.
Yes, I think that if he's coming to replace Bracadabra, I think he's a super fit. He's fit for that position. He will bang in the goals for them because, I mean, his experience in the English Premier League will count. And Mourinho already knows him. He knows his ability. I mean, he's a player in the mood of the Ivorian Didier Drogba, who can, use his frame, his body, and get the goals for them. Because this is what Ibra did throughout last season. Yeah. Unfortunately, he had injuries, and then age is not on his side. Perhaps the only thing that I'm angry about is the way he was treated. While he was still on the treatment table, you announced that he's leaving. I don't think that is fair.
If you take away the goals that Ibrahimovic scored, you know that if he's not going to be in your team, you need somebody who can do that for
if not
you.
More.
And that's why Lukaku. A lot of people don't agree. I think the money is outrageous. Modern day footballers are just mercenaries. But that's my own opinion. Yeah. And also, there's a tiny thread that runs through the players that Mourinho is buying. One agent represents all of those players. Henry Mkhitaryan, Zlatan, Ibrahimovic, Paul Pogba, all under Mino Raiola. And that same agent owns Romelu Lukaku. So That's a tiny trade. Maybe it's going to give them another player.
So Jose does not really need to call Lukaku.
No, it doesn't.
Also his agent.
Go and tell him why he has to come here.
And there's a link between Jose and the agent. I don't know how that...
but what I'm trying to get out of all of this, because pundits on social media, they're saying, Yemi and Ben, that Lukaku isn't the man for the big club. That when he left Chelsea to Everton, we could see that he needed something. He needed to be man of the moment. But when you put him in a club where there is a Wayne Rooney, there's a Paul Pogba, big stars and all that, he fizzles out. Do you think that can happen at Manchester?
I don't think so. I think that the money that has been paid on him will challenge him to even do better now. Because now you are playing with the big boys. You have to think big. At times when you are playing in a club where you are the only big superstar, you tend to relax. You know, look at what Sanchez was saying. Every time Sanchez plays with Arsenal, he complains. He said the other players don't put up enough power and thinking that the passion that he puts in. And because he's the superstar of the team, give or take. And Ozil, even himself, at times Ozil fizzles out. So Sanchez gets angry, and when they are beaten, at times when you replace him, he takes off his shirt and he's angry because he knows that the other players are not putting in enough effort like him. The same thing, Lukaku may not have been doing that, but at Everton, he was their biggest player. So what can he do if you are not playing well and you are not supplying him? But here at Manchester United, which is Mourinho, who is a no-nonsense coach for all I care, I think he's going to be a hit. Give it to him. It's going to be a hit.
Let's take a look at match day 28 fixtures of the Nigeria Professional Football League. Before Ben stepped in, Yemi and I were discussing this fixture, Ben. Rangers taking on Shooting Stars. And we said back in the day, this one, the stadium will be sold out.
Back in the days, if you don't get into the stadium before 12 noon, you may not likely see a ticket
for a 4 p.m.
for a 4 p.m. fixture.
Wow.
People come all the way from Abeokuta, Akure. They travel a day before.
The day before, so that you can get into the stadium from 9 to 12, because by 12 the gates are shut. Wow. Some people, I'm telling you, those days I've been privileged to watch. Even there was a game I recall. There was a game between Bendel Insurance and Shooting Stars. I think it was an FA Cup semi-final here at the National Stadium. You need to see the stadium. Bustling. By 12 o'clock, the gates were shut. And we're talking of the 75,000 capacity stadium. Everywhere was shut. No seats. And outside was jam-packed.
That's right.
That was the semi-final. And then top of Rangers, Shooting Stars, it was biggest in Nigeria. When you see the likes of Shego Odegbami versus Louis Milo,
National.
Why? It was.
I know.
We should be thinking of bringing back those good old days of Nigerian football, and that's why we keep NPFL. We keep giving them kudos, keep supporting them, and we cannot use mouth only to support them. Go to the stadium, go and watch MFM. Go to the stadium now. This is a big fixture. Shooting Stars versus Rangers International is a big fixture any day. Go and watch them. These are traditional club sides.
Mouth-watering fixtures in the Nigeria Professional Football League match day 28. Wiki Torres will take on Kano Pillars. We told you this one, cracker anytime, any day. Enugu Rangers and Shooting Stars. Katsina United will play Lobby Stars. Remo Stars will host Ife and Yoba FC. Eimba Football Club of Aba, but they are enjoying times in Calabar now at the UGS Wellness Stadium. They will welcome Niger Tornadoes. Match day 28 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. League leaders Plateau United. They will take on Aqua United. That's also
top of the bill because Aqua United have been doing so well.
Top table class right there.
This second stanza of the league. They started poorly. I recall some weeks ago we came here to yab you to say your state club is not doing too well. But you did say then.
But I know where Bendel Insurance is. For those that are talking, I know where Gateway United is playing.
But you did say then that they were going to come back, and they did come back.
Bendel Insurance is now the governor doesn't just give them money. They add prayers to it because we want to see them back.
The deputy governor. Honorable Shuaib, he's been following the team all over the place. He attends their training, and so in terms of motivation, they are fully motivated. And it's not incumbent on Roland Ewe, who as captain of the side won the CAF Cup. The CAF Cup twice with Bendel Insurance.
7 for 6 on the table
now. On the table now, they can.
Southern Conference is very competitive.
So they can still pull through. They need what the deputy governor has told them is that they need to win 1 or 2 away games.
That's right.
They are taking all their home points. Good, but you need an away point for you to come up. I mean, we are deviating a little from the NPFL.
I know, because you mentioned Aqua United at some point. We needed to remind you.
I'm praying that Bendel Insurance comes back and
the glamour
it's a challenge to all of us. Frank Alaiya is the FA chairman, is one of us. Roland Dewere is like a brother to me. And I followed him when he was captain. He's doing a good job so far, but we are not winning away games. What is it about away games? Go and get away points and let's come back to where we belong.
Papers?
Yeah, we have a lot in front of us. We have Sporting Live, we have Complete Sports, Sporting Sun, a whole lot of interesting.
In front of all of the front pages.
One man, we've talked about it. But this interests me. Onyekuru, that's on Sporting Sun, page 6. It says 48 clubs wanted me. We need a quick response to that from you, Ben, because we have to wrap this up. But 48 clubs, is that an exaggeration?
Maybe I think it's an exaggeration. Maybe Nigerian clubs are also interested in him from where he left. Or maybe Chinese clubs, Singaporean, Malaysian. But 48 clubs,
but for the records that he had in Belgium, it's okay that
they have made inquiries. Look, every big player.
I'll tell you the club that wouldn't have wanted him. Bendel Insurance. Thank you so much, Ben Alaiya, for coming around.
Always a delight.
I want to thank you also for staying with us from beginning till the end. We'll do this again next week when we have more time on our hands. I'm Yemi Adebayo.
And for me, we'll do this again tonight. So remember to keep a date with us. But before we leave, remember you can keep talking to us. I'm Austin Okorakwan. In everything you do, remember to keep talking sports. Bye for now.